Yeah, I was looking into just getting a PlayStation 5. Like another PlayStation 5, not just a Pro. Um and then they have this thing called Trade Up. Um where it takes you to, and this is like in the PlayStation website where you go in and it says trading and trade up.
Oh,
And
just like Apple does and stuff like that.
right. And I guess I never realized that you could trade in your own console. I mean, you could do that at GameStop, but this directly with PlayStation was pretty cool to see.
They'll probably give you
And
more than GameStop would.
well, like I put my PlayStation info there, and with two controllers, and they gave me up to $110, which is
Oh,
not a
nice.
lot. But they do
Balling.
they do give you a voucher, extra voucher, just because you're purchasing the PlayStation 5, and um, it's like $50 extra.
Okay.
So
So
I,
160.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Balling.
Woo. But if you don't want to go through the hassle of selling, and if
Yeah,
you really need the console, because right now, at least with a PlayStation 5, you can play PlayStation 4 games.
that part.
Not like I still have a PlayStation 3 where I could use the PlayStation 3 games there, but not on the PlayStation 5. Anyways, I just it's kind of going through my head, see if I were to get it or not.
Yeah, but you said that you wanted to get a second PlayStation 5.
Yes, I want
So,
to. I don't need it,
right.
but the want sometimes is stronger. We'll
Yeah.
see.
No, of course. Of course it is.
Right.
So,
But good to know we got options.
yeah. Um so I'm glad that you are bringing that up because it's one of the topics that we're going to be talking about today. Also, the Last of Us season 2 trailer dropped about 4 days ago. So, that's also something we're going to talk about. Um we s- we're also going to talk about Constantine 2, and apparently Guillermo del Toro has a Frankenstein movie coming out.
Yeah.
So, and I know you're excited. So, um, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be starting this episode right now. Episode of the Nerd Archive Podcast. We are going to.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, but who the hell cares about wildlife anyway?
Right. We're over.
Oh, snap. No. Oh, there it is.
Hey, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Archive Podcast. My name is Lewis. As always, I have Yadi, Lola. Normally we have Justin, but he is a little bit busy tonight and couldn't join us. Before we get started on anything, we have some sad news. We lost Maggie Smith and
Dame Maggie Smith.
Dame Maggie Smith. So, with that being said, we're going to take a moment of silence for her and we'll be starting the episode. All right, guys. We like to start with the sad news. That way we get them, like Justin says, out of the way. We don't like to finish the episode with a sad, in a sad moment. So, Maggie Smith, she battled years with cancer, especially during the production of the Harry Potter movies. She was a strong woman, and she'll be missed. Great, amazing work. Not just Harry Potter. She has an Oscar too, right? I think so.
Yeah, she also did Downtown Abbey, which is very popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got a couple of other projects.
Didn't
Apparently,
she?
you're friends with what's that lady from MI6, the James Bond movies? Said
M.
M.
Yeah.
Said MQ. Which one is she? Q. Oh yeah, it's Q.
It's Q. I thought it was M.
Like the name in the movies?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
But I don't know either anyways.
hold that thought.
Also not M. It's Said. Her name is Said. Like
Her name is Sad?
Said. Like
Said.
the letter.
Said.
M. Judi Dench.
Yudi Dench.
Yeah. Her name in the movie is M.
It is okay. Q I saw was a skinny guy from another movie that I also like, Atlas something, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So yeah. And then let's just go real quick through some things that she's done. Maggie Smith. Obviously Downton Abbey.
A small franchise of Harry Potter.
Potter. Yeah.
She was in Hook.
Yep. She was Wendy.
Mm-hmm. Secret Garden,
Yep.
which I've seen that movie so many times, or I saw that movie so many times growing up at my mom's house.
The Secret Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has done a lot all the way starting in 1955. So she will be missed. Her work will live on forever.
True that.
It will.
Alright.
Before we get to anything else,
Yeah.
my boyfriend wanted me to show you his toys.
Cell. Nice. Perfect cell.
Is it perfect? Because that's a mini. So
Well, it's not Cell Junior. Is there any other toys?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're okay.
It's just
Okay, Goku. Nice.
they're all top heavy. And then I don't know where the other one is from. He told me the other day, but I can't remember. Mega Man.
Mega Man. Yeah. Where do you get those?
Storage.
Storage.
Storage?
Got it.
that's the name
Got
of
it.
a store.
He doesn't know where he bought them before storage?
I don't know where to get him from. A mystery box.
Oh, okay. Nice. We're going to keep it a mystery. Nice.
Yes. Hey, he
Got
just
it.
wanted to show his toys to his bestie, okay?
Oh. Yadi. All right. So, did you guys watch The Last of Us trailer?
Yes.
I just did.
Okay.
So good. I'm so
It's
ready.
really good. Spoilers ahead. I'm going to put this on here just in case. Okay. The reason I put that on there is because this is very heavily inspired by The Last of Us Part 2.
Mhm.
Okay. And it's up to the directors and producers if they want to do this right off the bat. Like, I was watching a breakdown of the trailer and they talked about ripping the Band-Aid right away or not doing it so fast. The reason I'm stalling is because I don't want to say it, but I will. Joel dies in the part 2,
Mhm.
which is Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. I know.
And I think they should rip the Band-Aid. They should rip the Band-Aid. They show us Pedro Pascal in the first season or the first episode second episode, he's gone.
Yeah.
Do we want that to happen? No. Unfortunately, it's based on a game that his character dies, so it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we see in the trailer who kills him. And her name is, going back to Maggie Smith, her character's name is Abby.
Yeah.
So the way that that part 2 works with the storytelling is that they show you in the beginning these characters, and then right off the bat we hate them because they killed Joel. But then they start showing you slowly the backstory of what happened, transitioning into, oh crap, I obviously understand what's happening now. And I feel bad for them. Do you think that that's what they're going to do?
More
Possibly.
likely, yes.
Yeah, you think that they're going to keep the storytelling aspect or the same style as the game, or do you think that they'll just prolong his death to the last episode and they'll tell us the story as it's going chronologically?
It
It's
could go either way, but
Yeah.
I do feel that they are pretty faithful to the game.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it's kind of hard because it's like I get it, Pedro Pascal, huge fan, huge fan. We all know this, but at the same time, they did right by the first game and the first season. It seems silly to not do that on the second season as well.
Right.
And
I mean,
then,
they might show more, of
yeah,
course, like they did with the side story of the two male characters.
yeah.
That they explain more in there, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be great to see him longer in the show.
Right.
I don't think it will even hurt the show to show more things of him, instead of just killing it right away.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Or even if they just have him in flashbacks throughout the show after
Right.
killing him.
That's also true that we might get him. I see Beefy, just his head. Oh, there he is.
That looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
We might see him for the rest of the season, like just in flashbacks or in a story or something like that, which I completely understand. That, I mean, I actually think that's a good idea if they do that. Because obviously, if they're going to kill him in the first episode and they start giving you a backstory, he has to be in the backstory of why he was chosen to be dead. Does that make sense? Why that group chose him to kill him? Like, why they make that decision? Also, we see a new character, an original character with Kathleen O'Hara as his therapist.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know who she is in the Beetlejuice movies. She's the mom. She's Home Alone. She's the mom. She's also in Schitt's Creek. She's the mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah, that's a great show. I'm a huge fan of that show. I sat down one day to watch it. Sarah was watching it, and I'm like, "What is this comedy? Let me sit down." And I love
so
her, and I love David. David is funny.
It's a well balanced show. Like they all complement each other pretty well, and they play their characters well.
Yeah, and it's funny because the dad and him are actually son and father, and they actually produced the show. And David's sister in real life, she works in she's in the show also.
She's a waitress.
She's the waitress. Which season finale or series finale, they hit you with a bomber. I'm like, oh, She doesn't need to be a waitress. Got it. But it's a great show. Very funny, and Catherine O'Hara kills it there. It's funny because her character reminds me of her character in Beetlejuice.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very like the way that she dresses is very outrageous,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much how she dresses in Beetlejuice.
Is
So,
that rich mom?
yeah,
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's a rich like early 2000s.
yeah,
Has to be like the hats have to be big, the dresses have to be big.
yeah. Very
She'll-
flashy.
Very flashy.
Yeah. Actually, it's very runway. You know how the runway dresses are a little out of left field.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she dresses, and he does too, David. Okay, moving on, babe. I'm talking about Sheets Creek. Thank you,
Cheats Creek.
Schitt's Creek. It's not Schitt's Creek, so
Cheats Creek.
yeah.
Anyways.
Going back to The Last of Us. I'm very excited because it looks like it's going to be just like the first season.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. They got to raise the bar because season 1 was amazing. And then Fallout came out. And as much as I love The Last of Us season 1, Fallout kind of, in my opinion, was better. So they have to do something because season 2 Fallout is going to come out soon. Not soon, but it's going to come out definitely.
Well, even though they are game-based shows, they're completely different. Like,
I agree.
Yes, but The Last of Us, to me, I look forward to it. I'm like, oh, it's coming out today. Nice. But I wasn't sitting there and be like, I can't wait for the next episode. Like I
was.
wanted to watch it, but I was like, you wanted to watch it because Pedro Pascal was in it.
I wanted to watch it because it was actually a very well made show.
So
And I don't need to like my ADHD monkey is fine with a very well made show. It doesn't need to get topped off. If it's well made, it's well made. And if it follows what it needs to follow, it's well made.
yes, but I think that they should step it up a notch. Make sure that they stay with the true like material.
Yeah.
that's the other thing too. Is like
agree with that.
Fallout was like kind of they made up their own story based on something else, so they didn't
Right.
have to follow something. You kind of
Right.
didn't know what was happening, but then you in The Last of Us, you are expecting. If you play the games, you know what to expect.
Right. Because it's not based off the game, is the game.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's the other thing. And with Fallout, there's so many different Fallout games. There's not one storyline that you can just pick because everybody's a fan of one of them or the other.
Right.
So like making your own characters in that world made more sense than picking one and going with that one.
Right.
The other thing is Fallout is an out there show. I think that's the other thing that you're forgetting. While The Last of Us, it's a little bit more realistic-ish inside of like what zombies are. Like it's just meant to be civilization during and after a zombie apocalypse. It's not meant to be like, well, now we have so many irradiated people. This is what the world has turned into, if that makes
Right.
sense.
No, for
So
sure.
it's going to be more out there than The Last of Us is going to be.
Right. And then the thing about The Last of Us is as the time progresses, so does they start evolving also. Like you'll have like stage 1, they're you can see fully their faces just looks like fungus is coming out of them. Stage 2, it's the walkers. The walkers are those are trackers. they only have one eye, and the other one works perfectly, but the other one doesn't. And then there's stage 3 is the clickers because they don't have the eyes anymore. They're blind, so they have to make this sound to follow the sound to see where it's bouncing off.
Echolocation.
Right. And then you have more and more like evolutions. Like you have Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, so on and so forth.
I think there's one in that second game, if I'm not mistaken, that's, you know how they always have the really big and bulky ones?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know if that was the first game or the second game, though. It may have been the second game.
I think it was
think
the
so.
second game.
Yeah,
I think
because
it was
I
the
never
second
played that one. I saw the story, but I never played it. In the first game, there wasn't those
Yeah.
big ones.
It's like the they're fighting in the middle of the street and the street no, that was the first. That was actually
It was the first one. It was I know that was the show.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it is
Yeah.
part of the first one.
Never mind.
Just
Only something that they can
rewind that.
Yeah. It's like
cut that out.
it's like Resident Evil. Like when Resident Evil came out, you saw the progression of the zombies. And eventually they steered off course. Like they gave her powers. And she was a clone of herself.
A clone of a clone of a clone of a clone.
Yeah. So the original wasn't even there anymore, I don't think. I don't remember.
I think that the original
The original had the powers, didn't it?
No, the original was it the original? Because wasn't the original a little girl, and then she was just a clone of that little girl?
No, I think that her character had nothing to do with the little girl, but I think that they were experimenting on her.
We're talking about the movies, right?
Correct.
I think from the last movie of that series that I remember, it was revealed that she was the little girl, and that's why the little girl helps her out. Like the Red Queen helps her out every once in a while. It's because of that.
Because it's her.
Because it's her. Because she was dying, and then they made a copy of her, and then she grew up as a copy, and then they made copy of copy of copy of copy.
So what you're saying is that Joel is a copy of a little.
I don't know.
That'd be out of left field for sure.
that would step it up.
Yeah. I lost my thought process.
Resident Evil. You were talking about Resident Evil.
Yeah. Well, yes. It's just you can see how everything, like per the movie, they start evolving, and you see bigger ones or more dangerous zombies. But that's how the game was too. So, again, they lost me at the moment they said she has powers. So, but hopefully, The Last of Us, they just don't do that.
I don't think that they will, to be completely honest with you.
No. We are seeing. I hope that they stay to, because I'd love whenever they did a scene in the show that was a direct frame by frame of the game. So actually in the trailer we see one. Is the scene where Abby's going, like the fence falls on her and she's crawling under, and then one of the walkers or zombies or whatever they are catches up to her and is pinning her down and about to bite her, and all of a sudden the gun shows up. That's actually a frame by frame of the game. Like the whole part of her going under that fence is you have to do that in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they brought that, because it was nerve-wracking that scene. So
I'm excited for it.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Yep.
Did they say a
And
date? I
Christmas was
forgot
it.
if I missed it.
2025 doesn't
Okay.
say. Yeah. However, October started today, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right around the corner.
yeah, 2024 is flying by real fast. Lola, you wanted to talk about Constantine 2. What did you want to talk about it?
So I was doing some research. I only saw that they were going to start like filming, but I didn't see anything else. I didn't see cast. I didn't see like storyline. I didn't see anything. So I was going to ask you guys, what do you think that they're going to do with it? Because he already fought. What is it? The devil's son.
Yeah. So
So
he's going to fight the devil.
Do you think he's going to fight the devil?
Maybe.
I mean, fingers crossed. Honestly.
Because I thought he fought Lucifer.
No, he fought it was his son, and I forget his name.
Yeah, but Lucifer's in the movie.
He's in the movie, yeah, he's the one that's gonna take him away.
Right.
And then he and then he shows up because he took his own life. And then he's like, hey, I just wanted you to know that your son's in there with Gabriel, and they're planning to Mammon, I think is the name.
No.
Mamon?
No.
Mammon. Yeah. They're trying to bring him into this realm and without your permission, and he's like, I'll deal with him. And then Gabriel gets her wings clipped by God, and then Mammon's sent back to hell, and then he's going to take Lucifer, and then because he saved himself to save the earth, then God's like, you can't take him, essentially.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I
And then he's
remember
like,
now.
that's fine. I'll take the cancer out of your lungs because you're going to screw up again. And then I'll see you on my realm anyways.
I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah.
So
I gotta rewatch that movie again because it was a good movie. I just haven't
It's
seen it in a
a
long
good
time.
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pause for a second. I have to go say goodnight to the girls real quick.
Yeah.
Pause.
Horse.
You gotta stay still.
Well, I wanted to Google if the name was actually Mammon.
My mom.
Mammon! I'm pretty sure it is, though.
Yeah, I was trying to see a list of I saw the
Yeah.
list of the cast, but I wanted to see the oh, here it is. I wanted to see the name of the characters and cast.
Time passes and Constantine convinces Lucifer to intervene and stop Mammon. Gabriel attempts to smite Lucifer, but finds that he is unable to, as he no longer has divine protection.
Oh, here it is. I found it. I was looking at it and it didn't make sense until now.
What?
The names of cast and their characters.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But I forgot. I completely forgot what it was about. I remember parts of the movie, but I forgot what they actually like the
But-
storyline or
Yeah, it's demons. Or they find the la lanza de Jesucristo. I forgot the spear.
Mhm.
And then they're trying to use that spear to bring Lucifer's son into the earthly realm.
Gotcha.
And Shia LaBeouf ends up becoming an angel. So maybe we'll
Yeah, I
just
remember that. Do
Yeah.
you think that we are ever going to see Constantine in like the DC universe?
Wasn't he in the shows already?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
in
he was in animated.
He was in Earth of Infinite Earths. Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Yeah, like the CW show.
Yeah, the blonde guy. And then they also showed Lucifer from the show Lucifer, the British
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
So they might do it. They done it, so they might just bring it out to the big movies.
yeah,
Honestly,
because I wish that they would stayed with the New 52 timeline and done the movies how they were doing it animated, because Constantine plays a big role in the last of the movie, like the ending of New 52 movies. He actually has to save, he's recruited to go save Batman and the rest of Justice League. They are in Apocalypse because they have to go fight Darkseid because they lose. It's a part 2 is in the first one, they, spoiler alert, they lose. They get all captured. And then the second one, they have to go save them. But they recruit Constantine to go do it. And he plays a pivotal role in that movie. Yeah. It's I think Justice League Dark or Justice League Apocalypse Dark. Because the first one, it's Apocalypse. So it's an amazing movie. I would suggest watching, at least if you're gonna watch anything, just like watch those two back to back. They're really good. And it all starts because of Flashpoint. Like literally, Flashpoint it sets off that universe, and then anything after that has to do with. If you notice, everything after that is the same animation, and then after that, the animation changes after Apocalypse Dark. It's like in the early 2000s when Justice League and Justice League Unlimited came out, the TV series.
I never.
You never watched that?
No.
Okay, so the Justice League animated series and extended or unlimited were the same animation style as like Batman, the animated series, and all that, because they all were in the same universe.
Mm-hmm.
And DC does that whenever everything's going to be in the same universe. They use the same animation, and once they're done with that, they change the animation style.
Okay.
To start off a new universe. So, Lola.
Hold on, I just read something. It's Wikipedia, so take it with many grains of salt.
Okay.
It says in September 2022, hold on. Coltman would also produce alongside J.J. Abrams and Hannah Minghella. Reeves stated that he had spoken to DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn and was told that the sequel would still be made, being part of DC Elseworld, a film series intended to distinguish itself from the upcoming DC universe.
Okay. So whatever is not connected to the universe, they're gonna call it Elseworld.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's gonna be their own universe.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So we probably won't see.
I mean, one more time. It's from Wikipedia, so I can take it with many grains of salt. Not a reliable source. We know this. Except for when they're telling you what the plot of a movie is or what the characters are.
Yeah. So fuck Wikipedia.
Don't fuck Wikipedia. Use it every day.
Don't. Lola, you wanted to talk about. You're very excited about this.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro, Frankenstein.
Love Guillermo del Toro, and the fact that he's making a Frankenstein movie, and the fact that Oscar Isaacs plays Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah. Who's gonna be the monster? Is there a
Jake,
monster?
yeah, it's gonna be Jacob Elordi. He's the guy from like the Kissing Booth, and what's the other very super popular show from? It's an HBO show with Zendaya.
Euphoria.
Euphoria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tall guy.
Yeah. I don't recognize him because I never watched A Kissing Booth. And I never seen anything that he's done. However, if he's gonna be the monster, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm excited. What? I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Anything Guillermo del Toro, I love.
Yeah.
And anything that he makes and produces is fucking fantastic. So I'm excited to see where he takes Frankenstein and what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, it's Guillermo del Toro, Oscar Isaac, Christopher Waltz, Christopher Waltz or Christoph Waltz.
Christoph.
Yeah, he is in Inglourious Bastards.
Mm.
He plays the German colonel, and he's also in Django Unchained.
Mm.
And it looks like he's done another Guillermo del Toro movie, Pinocchio, 2022.
Yeah, it seems like he keeps the same cast for a different movie. I guess a lot of directors do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also in the 2016 The Legend of Tarzan.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once, but that's a good one.
That's a good one.
But
That's
they
a
did a
good one.
Tarzan movie in 2016. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, with Skarsgård, one of the Skarsgård brother. Not the
Yeah.
it one, the other one,
The older one, I think it is.
older one that's in True Blood.
Oh, okay. I kind of remember now. I'm seeing pictures of it now, and I guess I remember the posters. I don't remember if I actually watched it.
Yeah, and it's actually based on the book. Like, because
It's a more serious movie.
yeah, Tarzan's name is John Clayton. In the original story. It's Christoph Waltz, Alexander Skarsgård, Margot Robbie, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, Margot Robbie's in it too, yeah.
Yeah, she plays Jane. Jane Clayton.
Also
Spoiler alert.
for that Frankenstein movie, there's no release date yet, but it is going to be released on Netflix.
So it's a Netflix original?
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Noise.
There's another movie on here upcoming. Okay, so Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi, Christoph Waltz, Maya Goth, David Bradley. David Bradley is, I'll tell you exactly who he is.
Argus
Flint,
Filch.
or Filch. Yep.
Ah.
And he's also on Pinocchio.
Trolls.
Also this dungeon. That's not him. Troll en la mazmorra.
Yeah, that's what dungeon is.
I just like the Spanish version better. So.
Yeah, of course. This should have been a Spanish episode.
Well,
Right.
too late for that.
Special edition.
Yeah.
I do remember watching like all those movies in Spanish. Not all of them, but the Harry Potter movies, the first like 3 or 4 in Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
I did too.
Well, I didn't know that they had accents until I don't know if you guys know this. I feel like I've said it a million times, but I didn't know that they had accents until like Half-Blood Prince when I went to watch it at the movie theater, and I was like, "Holy moly, they have accent! They're British."
They're British.
You're like trying to get into English, and then they throw you off with the accent. You're like, "What the?
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Why are they talking like this?
Because every time I've seen those movies prior to that moment has been in like Español de Latinoamérica. So like
This is like English level advance."
yeah.
It's English from the motherland. Well, that's funny because let's talk about movies that they're translated in Spanish. The Spanish is neutral Spanish.
Right.
It's and that's not for you too. It's for our viewers. It's neutral Spanish. The reason they do that is so every country that speaks Spanish can understand the movie. Because if they were to play the movie in Spanish with Puerto Rican Spanish, a lot of people would be like, what the hell are they saying? Because I have a coworker, he's Mexican, and we have to he doesn't have to explain his words to me because there's a lot of Mexican shows or movies on TV in Puerto Rico, at least when we were growing up, and I'm sure that's the same way now. So, like, we grew up with El Chavo del Ocho. So a lot of the Mexican words or slangs, we know them. We understand them. But it's not the same way, vice versa, like in reverse. They don't. There's a lot of words that we use that he looks at me, he's like, what? Because
That's when you gotta turn on your Spanish,
my neutral
universal Spanish.
Yeah. And he doesn't know much English, so it's not like I can say it in English, so he knows what I mean. So I find myself explaining what I'm saying a lot. And the reason I say that is because that's why they use the type of Spanish that they use in movies.
But nowadays, you actually can pick what Spanish you want to watch in the newer movies.
Yep.
They have
Spanish,
300 languages.
Mexican Spanish.
Yeah, also in Puerto Rican Spanish is on there. Cabrón,
Yeah.
deja eso, hijo de puta.
Huele bicho.
Cabrón, no joda. So it's de Bayamón, baby.
You know, like the other day I was watching like Inside Out 2, and the credits are like infinite.
Yeah.
It's way longer than the usual. I mean, they do use a lot more people for animations and whatnot, but the language list, if you stay after, it goes way far.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Listen,
how many.
Inside Out 2
I still have to watch it.
hits hard, dude. Hits hard, especially when you have little kids and seeing that they can go through that. And not only that, but you see things that you're like, that makes a lot of sense why I acted that way.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Yeah. Sarah cries every time.
I was gonna say I'm still emotionally recovering from the first one, and I watched it 7 years ago. So,
dude, we were an emotional wreck today. We were watching Endgame.
Aw.
Yeah.
Avenger.
Assemble. But I'm still not over the whole Tony Stark dying.
Yep. Neither am I.
Nah. That just what makes it worse is Peter Parker, which he made Infinity War so much sadder than it had to be.
Yes, you did.
So he literally hit you hard on both movies. That's how you can tell how good of an actor he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a great actor.
Yeah.
And the good thing is he's still young, can be in this movies forever.
Yeah.
He literally can be in the movies till he's 90, and we can get a lot of it.
Yeah. I mean, we're still gonna get movies until he's 90 for Hugh Jackman. So Deadpool and Wolverine. So backstory for those that are watching. We asked what we were going to talk about today, and Yadi's like, Deadpool and Wolverine, because we spoke about that movie like 6 weeks before it aired, and then
y'all spoke about that movie as soon as they announced the trailer.
Yeah.
They didn't even show the trailer. They just announced that when they were going to drop it. And you spoke about it for a couple weeks.
The moment that it wasn't even a trailer. It was the video of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
and
which he
Hugh
posted
Jackman.
recently. He reposted that like 2 days ago.
So since then, it's been what, 2 years since they spoke about it?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that actually that movie we spoke more about than every time we speak about Star Wars.
It's true.
Yeah. Because we that actually took over. Every time we were going to talk about Star Wars, that veered off and we started talking about that movie. Just like now. We're literally just talking about it right now. Yadi, I know that we talked a little bit about the PlayStation in the beginning, very vaguely.
Yes.
What's going on with the sales of the PlayStation 5 Pro, and not just the Pro, but the 30th anniversary?
Well, that one, they had, what was it, 12,300 units.
Okay.
And they were selling it as a bundle for the 30th anniversary limited edition bundle thing, which came with 2 controllers and charger and all that good stuff. But that sold within hours, of course. Probably within an hour, because as soon as it dropped, I went in just to see if it was available. This is like 2 hours after it was live to pre-order it. And I was already in an hour queue.
Wow.
And the good thing though is that you could actually buy it through their app, which is great because you're already signed in, and you have to be signed in to buy those products from them, especially when they are limited, because they will limit you 1 per person or 1 per account. And yeah, that thing it's no longer available.
Wow.
The release date is November 21st.
Got it.
And it's gone, and it was $999. If you were wondering how much it was or is, and people are already have it listed for resale at some places. Let me actually see the price. But if you wanted to buy a PlayStation Pro right now, there are not the 30th anniversary edition, but for the people that are looking to have those extra, the extra GPU power, you could probably get it.
Because they also released in the 30th anniversary, they released the PS5 Pro.
The same day it came out for sale for both. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that was the same day. I think it was the 26th. is when you could actually start pre-ordering.
That makes sense.
You know, one of the coolest thing that they're selling on this, and it's not even the console, is the freaking USB controller. I mean, the USB cable. Have you seen it?
It looks like the cable that was attached to the controller.
The PS1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the coolest things to me was just that accessory. And I hope they sell it going forward. I mean, I will buy one of those, you know. Sell it for $30, I'll buy it because it's nice. Even though you don't play with it plugged in all the time, but just having the cable on the console would just look good.
No, for sure.
Have you seen it, Lola? Yeah, I'll
Nope.
take a screenshot of this and send it.
Yeah, I was gonna put it on the screen.
Oh, there you go. I'll send it here and I'll put it in our Discord. So if you are wondering where you can see this, of course online, but if you don't want to search for something, just go on our Discord.
Yeah, it'll be there.
I think those little accessories are pretty cool. I was looking to see if I could buy the controller, but it's also sold out. There's a few
course.
things that were selling by themselves, but it was just a PS Portal and a PlayStation Pro controller. But if you do buy the whole bundle, you do save a little bit of money. Not sponsored by PlayStation, just just a PlayStation user over here that was thinking of getting it, but it's not needed.
At the
Not gonna
moment.
get. Not gonna get. I'll get the 60th anniversary for the PlayStation 17. No, we'll get that one eventually.
Where is it?
I put the picture there if you want to take it from the
Yeah, I have
Discord.
the pictures. I just need to upload the pictures.
Ooh, the box for the place, like the actual box for the PlayStation 30th anniversary is all white, but it looks nice and clean.
So there's I put on the screen the actual PlayStation.
Yeah, so you got the regular slim version,
Yep.
and then you got the PlayStation Pro.
Even though there's no disc.
There is so with the disc stuff, they have a disc-free console, and you can buy the disc drive separately.
I don't need his negativity.
But I mean, who uses a lot of disc nowadays? Like, I only have one
I-
PlayStation 5 game, physical game. The rest are digital.
Oh
And
my god, me too.
I have the console, you know, I have the console with the disc drive. But it's okay.
It's
That's
fine.
good. I
There's
don't have a
options for
disc
everyone.
drive for my Xbox, and I have one physical game that I can't play for the time being until we get one with a disc drive.
I'm sure you'll see specials in the next couple of weeks.
I'm sure I will. I know that Amazon's having some specials coming up on the 8th or the 9th or both
Both days, yeah.
days. So we'll see.
The specials. Right now they have a bunch of specials, and it just look at something that you don't think you buy, right? But just look at it now and through the week and see if it drops any further than what they have right now.
Probably not.
They sneaky.
They're stinky?
Sneaky.
Same thing.
Yeah. After this year, I'm no longer paying for Prime. I'm done.
Whoa.
Damn.
I know
I
those
could
are
buy
funny things.
I could buy the same stuff from other places, from like the original pages, and
Oh, true.
you know, it's not a big difference. Like even the other day, I went to Best Buy because there you go. You can see now all the little accessories they have for the PlayStation.
What are the like green, red, blue, pink things?
Those are for your hair ties, so you can actually rock on some PlayStation logo on you.
Nice. I love that.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I don't know either. They were on the picture, and I just clicked on it.
Bubble ones? Does
I was
that mean
trying to
anything to you guys?
what
Bubble ones?
bubble ones. I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
I was trying to see. Okay, so I see a list here of the stuff that comes in. So, um, in the whole bundle, but it doesn't have.
Oh, bubble wands for like blowing bubbles. Why would I want that?
What?
They're cable ties.
They're
That's what
They're
cable
it is.
ties.
cable
Yeah.
ties? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
I figured that's what they were, but I wanted to make sure.
It's next to the cable. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Cable ties, a PlayStation logo sticker, and a USB-C cable.
I recently tried the PlayStation Portal, and
How'd that go?
it went like it plays well if you, let's say, if you have the PlayStation set up in a place, but you want to lay in bed and play your PlayStation, but you don't have it there, then yeah, I see how it's convenient. But I bought it, had it for a week, used it once. I was like, okay, cool. Then I returned it. I don't see myself using it
Right.
much, but there's no lag, and like you could play pretty well with it. I just got used to having a PlayStation controller with back buttons, so
Right.
um, yeah, not for me. But I can see how somebody else might find a use for it.
Yeah, we have to switch, and Sarah uses more the handheld than I do.
Yeah, that's another one that I don't use as much as I want to. So I might see another owner soon.
Yeah, we just plugged it into the TV because we love doing Mario Kart. For sure.
You see, in my household, I have a lot of competitive gamers and a lot of sore losers. Because, I'm the best in my house. So I get to win all the time. And then my wife just gets so mad and then doesn't want to play anymore. And then you want to keep playing, but they're like, no, I don't want to lose anymore. So they stop. But that's okay.
Sounds like there's sore losers and you're a sore winner.
Yeah.
I don't rubber in their face.
No, I bet not.
Not
No.
one
No.
bit.
No, because I don't know you.
Did I ever tell you, like, in my second college program, I was playing NBA with Angel,
Mm-hmm.
and I brought my controller, and we were playing, and I can't freaking score, so I'm like, fuck that, and I my controller. I broke my controller playing stupid game. That's the last time I actually rage like that. And
Because you realize you have to buy another one.
it's been over what 13 years. So I've been rage free for 13 years.
That's good. Did you attend anger management classes?
I did. It's called My Wallet.
Yeah.
They have a limited amount of like this paper stuff,
Yeah.
and it don't let me give it to the store where they sell the controllers. And
Yeah.
because of the limited amount, I just don't want to give them more, and I want to keep that
Yeah,
in
I
my
get
wallet.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
why
it's
I never ever broken a controller because of rage.
yeah, yeah. With this one, I never do that because this is these are even more of those paper stuff that
yeah.
comes out of the wallet. By actually now they're all like it's more of eco-friendly paper, so you actually have it in this little card
Yeah.
and
It's plastic card.
in the metal. It's
Oh.
titanium.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it's more eco-friendly because
I
it
got
weighs.
it.
It's lighter in your pocket.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I don't wanna give out that more of that paper, less paper.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's every day there's less and less.
Yeah. There's like a couple weeks that will go by and then like more appear in the account. You're like, oh my God,
No.
what is
Yeah.
that? But I don't wanna break more controllers.
Lola, have you ever rage quit?
I've rage quitted, but not rage broke things.
Oh, okay. I have rage quitted, but not broken things either.
Yeah.
You see, good things walls in Puerto Rico were like concrete.
Yeah.
Because I used
Yeah.
to hit them walls and
I
not
was
like the
gonna
cardboards
say,
here.
I saw my brother punch a wall once. He hurt his hand.
The guy,
Well, yeah. Well,
the hand was like this,
I,
like
Yeah.
that was for other
You know that
reasons.
scene in Deadpool, going back to Deadpool, when he punches Colossus and he breaks his hand and then it's just kind of hanging off
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Well, I think your brother was angry at that moment.
I think so too. Yeah.
What game were you playing when that happened?
I just think it was life,
I
not
I
the
was
game
taking care
life, but
of my little
life.
sister that's
Oh,
having a mental
gotcha,
breakdown.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Child.
He used to do it a lot,
She's
and
a
then
she was a child. She didn't know any better. Do you not hear that part?
okay. Apparently, you don't hear well because I said he used to do it a lot.
Oh,
Your
yeah, I
brother,
didn't hear that.
and
You used to punch the walls more than you punched a concrete wall more than once.
um,
Once it's like that's oh whoopsies, I forgot. The rest of them are on you.
but here's the
Dummy.
thing: it was the one thing that you can punch and wasn't gonna break, and also not get you in trouble. Because sometimes I just wanted to punch people in the face.
Me too.
You were in that list. But one time my uncle told me that it's stupid because you're not doing anything to the wall.
You're hurting yourself.
And I'm like, that's, to me, the wall is hurting because I'm hurting. No, there was a, I don't think it was broken. My hand, not the wall. But it hurt for a couple weeks.
Oh, then you fracture something. That you
Yeah, for
didn't know.
sure.
What happens when you punch a fucking cement wall?
Yeah, well, again, if I hit it hard enough for to fracture something, if I would have hit somebody else,
No. Should have
they
just
would have
asked
fractured
mom
something.
for a punching bag. That's what I did.
You got one?
Yeah, I did get one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just remember I got my kids a little punching thing
Mm-hmm.
when they get angry to do that. Because they're starting to rage now and they
Yeah.
so I gotta do something about that.
You know, it's funny. Lola loves the scene in Fast and Furious 4 where Toretto tells one of his crew members, he's in the first one and he comes back for the fourth one. He's very angry. Oh no, he tells Brian, walk it off.
Yeah.
And there's been plenty of times that I've watched a movie in front of her and she just remembers that scene.
Yeah. I also like it when what's it called? Captain America is like, if you get killed, walk it off. Very
Yeah.
motivational.
Very.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I realized today when I was watching Avengers Endgame that in the scene of the funeral of Tony, the ones that are standing together in the funeral are the first ones that got their own show. Like, there was no reason for them to be standing together.
Wanda, Hawkeye, and
Bucky.
Bucky. Well.
And then the next scene is Wanda and Barton talking to each other.
Yeah.
And they got their own show. Well, Wanda was already in the other scene too, but Barton also got his own show. And then it hit me. Motherfucker, all of them got their own show. What the hell are you talking about? But it was interesting that the three people that were standing together were the first like Marvel shows that we got on Disney Plus.
Maybe foreshadowing.
Yeah. Because why were those three standing together when they barely had any interaction in the two movies?
Oh,
Or
like
any of them.
they themselves, like right?
Yeah,
like the
between each
interaction
other.
Between the gotcha. Okay.
Wanda and Barton and
No,
who's the other
not
person?
Barton. Wanda and Bucky and Falcon.
Oh, the only thing I can think of is Bucky and Falcon were with Captain America a lot, and I'm assuming that they knew a lot about Tony from that friendship that was there, being that they came in later on. But also they may have known, the ins and outs of that whole thing with what's it called? Like the separation when Civil War happened because it happened. The
Right.
reason why it happened.
Right, and I understand all that, but on screen I don't think they ever interacted. Like Falcon and Bucky with Wanda. Right.
They were all on the same team.
You're not getting it.
I to explain it better.
Screen time. Not what happened behind the scenes or what we assume happened.
Yeah.
On screen.
Well, not with Wanda directly, but Bucky and Falcon definitely.
No, yes, but they have their own show together.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And in Endgame, when Captain America leaves and then they meet the old Captain America, they're literally standing next to each other and talking.
Yeah.
And then they go through the whole Civil War together because is Falcon, Bucky, and Captain in the same car. And they're arguing with each other. Bucky and Falcon. Because it's like the old best friend with the new best friend.
Yeah.
They're jealous of each other. That's
Yes,
my
yeah.
man.
Literally, exactly what that scene conveys.
Yeah. No, you go in the back seat. No, you go in the back seat. You're sending me to the back seat, and that was a reference to Rosa Parks. It was. Anthony Mackie says it. It was done on purpose. So, do you guys have anything else?
Nope.
No.
Nah.
Love that we're ending it on that note.
Yeah, I know. It was on purpose.
Hey, girl, hey. Could she do
can't
that
hear.
again, but facing the camera?
She said, "Hey, girl, hey." And then she said, "Can you do that facing the camera?" You were bending down. Call her later.
Eee.
And just wait until I fall asleep, please.
No.
on that note, now that we didn't end up in the other note, thank you guys for joining us today. We have reached the end of the episode. This was the Nerd Archive podcast, and I hope you have a great week. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.